Christian Cullen, a year older than Courage Under Fire, was built more in the mould of the Incredible Hulk compared to the puny Courage Under Fire. Named after the New Zealand All Blacks rugby star, Christian Cullen dominated the early Grand Circuit races on both sides of the Tasman Sea in the season under review. Trained by Brian O'Meara, Christian Cullen was a headline grabber from the first time he sported silks in a 2-year-old event at Addington in Christchurch on the 22nd of November 1996. One of the shortest priced debutants in history, Christian Cullen justified his big reputation by winning by 5 lengths, running his last 800 metres in 58.2 seconds.
Down inside the 800 metres, starting to pep it up a bit. How'd they go through the half? About to come up 66.8. So the last half's going to be pretty slick, I would imagine. Christian Cullen by a length and a half in front, adding a little bit more zest to his effort now. Moving up on the outside is going to be one of his stablemates, and going up to join him is Classic Knight. They were followed in the trail by Pentium, but they're not getting anywhere near Christian Cullen yet. He's got an advantage of 2 lengths. They were followed by Vancelot. Further back behind them then they were followed by Shenandoah. Retreating a little bit as Fast and Free and Blacklock, but round the corner they come. Christian Cullen driving for home, and he's fled away from them by about 4 to 5 lengths. Pentium's making a race of it, running home reasonably well as Bonsalina, heading the rest then as Classic Knight, but Christian Cullen's doing it easily. Peter Jones just sitting quiet, and down towards the post it goes, and Christian Cullen wins his debut, followed home by Pentium. In third spot, Bonsalina. They were followed home then.
Christian Cullen had only 5 starts as a 2-year-old, but won 4 times and banked $152,465 for his connections. A further 10 starts as a 3-year-old produced another 5 wins, 2 seconds and a third for $302,460. After brilliant early season 3-year-old form, which saw him capture the Rising Stars Championship in October 1997 and the Sires Stakes final the following month, Brian O'Meara set his sights on the Miracle Mile at Harold Park. The outstanding 3-year-old earned a Miracle Mile invitation with a stunning victory over open age rivals in the Roundup 1950 at Addington in November. Untroubled to lead from Barrier 1, Christian Cullen beat his more seasoned rivals by half a length, rating 158.1, with his final 800 metres in 55.9 seconds and the last quarter in 27.1.
They raced down to the 1,000 metres. They were followed by Silk Brocade, White Cliff Whistler and Brabham's at the rear of the field. Into the back they travel, head round into the back, and there's not a lot more speed on. But Christian Cullen, now he's going to just step it up a little bit as he gets to the 800 metres. Will he qualify for 750? Into the back they travel. It looks like a leisurely pace. Sitting outside him now is Lavros Voodoo. The half time comes up in 30.5, so no money paid at all yet. Down the back they travel, and as they get to the 600, Christian Cullen going for the lead and trying to win the race now. A length clear of Lavros Voodoo. Anvil Star right on his back. Master Musician in the 1-1. Bradshaw 5th. Silk Brocade is next, then White Cliff Whistler and Tony H about to send Brabham forward from the back through the 3/4. They race round the turn and Christian Cullen's the leader. Christian Cullen swinging the corner now at 220 metres, 28.9. There's a $12,000 payoff for him anyway. And down the straight he sprints away from them. Christian Cullen, Danny Campbell rating him well. Anvil Stars coming at him on the inner now. And further out Lavros Voodoo, Brabham through the middle. But Christian Cullen's going to see it through. Christian Cullen got home to win it. Anvil Star, then Lavros Voodoo and Brabham, and in amongst those White Cliff Whistler.
Aiming to create history by becoming the first 3-year-old to win Australasia's Premier Sprint, Christian Cullen bowed out in disgrace without stepping onto the famous Glebe circuit. Stewards ordered the withdrawal of the 3-year-old after a pre-race swab revealed the presence of the prohibited substance heptaminol. The colt was subsequently banned from racing, but O'Meara was seething a week later when notified that testing of the reserve urine sample taken from Christian Cullen had found the swab's accompanying control fluid had been contaminated. Free to race again, the hardest thing for O'Meara to take was the fact he believed Christian Cullen would have been the first 3-year-old to win the Miracle Mile. Miracle Mile glory followed as a 4-year-old last season, however, when Christian Cullen dominated the Australasian Grand Circuit, chalking up 5 wins in 49 days at the highest level of competition. The first of these was the $350,000 New Zealand Cup over 3,200 metres from a standing start at Addington in Christchurch on the 10th of November. Working around the field between the 2,400 metres and 1,600 metre section, Christian Cullen took the lead from Roy Mark in a staggering 55.1 seconds. He went on to win by a length and a quarter in 4 minutes point 4 to equal the race record shared by Luxury Liner and Il Vicolo, a mile rate of 2 minutes point 8, with the last half mile in 57.1 seconds.
They race round past the pavilion now. Christian Cullen a length and a quarter. Roy Mark trails. Heracles has moved up on the outside to sit in the open. On the inside of them, Franco enforced 1,000 to run. Tact hauls, he's 3 wide. In amongst them, Anvil Vance. Anvil stars on its outer silk brocade, followed by There's a Franco. Kate's first is 3 wide. Brabham the inner. Between them, Surprise Package. Sam Malone out of your routine. 800 left in the cup. And down the back, 64.1. I don't think there's going to be any record in this race because it's going to be a fairly leisurely pace, except for this last 600 metres. And Christian Cullen about to set them alight. It's Christian Cullen. Here comes Heracles over to the outside. He's about a length and a quarter back. In behind the runners, Roy Mark, followed then by Anvil Vance. Then came Franco and Force. Anvil stars wide. Tact hauls, he's called it a day. There's a Franco was next, followed by Kate's first. Christian Cullen heads for home. It's Christian Cullen. He puts 3 lengths on Heracles. Christian Cullen. Heracles wants to come out and make it worthwhile. It's Christian Cullen in front. Heracles. It's the finish we expected. Christian Cullen and Heracles. Christian Cullen, Heracles. It's Christian Cullen in a galaxy of stars. He's the brightest of all. Christian Cullen wins it. Second home, Heracles. Franco in Force would be third. Another 2 away now to Holmes DG. Is he going to be left in the open?
3 days later, Christian Cullen added the $100,000 Air New Zealand free-for-all to his tally. Out first from gate 2, Christian Cullen sped over the final 800 metres in 54.4 seconds, the fastest official last half mile recorded in a race in New Zealand. Rating 157.4 for 2,000 metres, with his last quarter in 27.8 seconds. Brian O'Meara declared he was capable of running between 152 and 153 in the Miracle Mile if necessary.
They race through towards the winning post with a lap to go now. And it's Christian Cullen by half a length. Holmes DG's outside, a leisurely 32.5 the quarter. They head past the pavilion. Right in behind, getting the run is Brabham. Anvil Vance the outside. Whitecliffe Whistler, Happy Asset, Hilarity Lobel. They're at the 1,000 metres. Into the back, and Christian Cullen not doing more than he has to. He's a length clear. Holmes DG right alongside of him. They were followed by Brabham's getting a good run on the inside. Anvil Vance is fourth with cover. The outsiders followed by Whitecliffe Whistler. Next to that, the outsiders Hilarity Lobel. And at the back of the field, just going ahead of him is Happy Asset. They race through the half in 62 seconds. Now they'll start to really fly as they get to the 600. Christian Cullen applies the pressure, half a length. Holmes DG is running second. Brabham on their back. Anvil Vance is breathing down their neck. Whitecliffe Whistler, Happy Asset, and Hilarity Lobel struggling to keep up. They race round the home turn. They're flying here, and with 300 metres to go, they're heading for home. Throw your hats in the air, enjoy the thrill. Here they come, and with 200 metres to go, it's Christian Cullen. Holmes DG's trying to level. Anvil Vance, Brabham in behind. Christian Cullen is holding Holmes DG. Christian Cullen, Holmes DG. Christian Cullen down to the line. Cullen the wonder horse. Christian Cullen has won it from Holmes DG. Happy Assets got home for third. Brabham, Anvil Vance.
Christian Cullen collected his third Grand Circuit victory in 17 days when he demolished his 5 rivals in the $300,000 Miracle Mile at Harold Park on the 27th of November. Out brilliantly to lead from gate 3, Christian Cullen ran his last 800 metres in 55.9 seconds, one of the fastest last halves recorded on the track. He won by 20 metres, untouched. He rated 154.4 for the 1,760 metre trip, the second fastest time in Miracle Mile history, and only 1/5 of a second outside outside the track record held by Heracles.
Last of all is our Sir Vancelot. They're more or less in single file, and it's Christian Cullen going along the back, leading the way. Second is Franco, lots more. 5 metres away. Third, Tailamade. Lombo, the speed's good. Then came Heracles, followed by Franco, hat-trick, and last of all is our Sir Vancelot from 6. He's back to last, and 20 metres off the front. First quarter, 29.4. Danny Campbell's got him running. Christian Cullen fast. He's 4 metres in front. Second placing is Franco, lots more. 5 metres, Tailamade, Lombo. Heracles, May thinking about a move. One wide. He's starting to move up now, followed by Franco, hat-trick, and our Sir Vancelot last. It's Christian Cullen, 4 metres, Franco, lots more. Cat and mouse tactics from Alfred on Tailamade, Lombo. He doesn't know whether to come out or not in front of Heracles. He might be out now. There goes Hancock sneaking along the pegs on our Sir Vancelot. Tailamade, Lombo came away from them. 30.5 the second quarter. Christian Cullen got a breather. First half 59.9. It's a jog for him. 4 metres in front of Franco, lots more. Tailamade, Lombo. Heracles forced out wide. Our Sir Vancelot making ground, and then on the inside came Franco, hat-trick. Christian Cullen at the 500. He's full of running. 5 metres in front. Second is Franco, lots more. Tailamade, Lombo battling. Our Sir Vancelot starts to run on, but Christian Cullen 6 metres in front. Went through the third in 28.3, and Danny Campbell let him down. Christian Cullen, 10 metres, Franco, lots more. Tailamade, Lombo. Then our Sir Vancelot, Franco, hat-trick, held up, looks a place chance. Heracles dropped out, but it's all Christian Cullen. He's 10 metres in front of Tailamade, Lombo. Then our Sir Vancelot, he's done it there. No, he's done it here. Hail the new Australasian champion, Christian Cullen. He won the Miracle Mile by 20 metres in a time of 1:54.4. Second, Tailamade, Lombo. Our Sir Vancelot battled away from Franco, lots more. Franco, hat-trick, Heracles. What a horse.
8 nights later, Christian Cullen won the $100,000 MH Treuer Memorial at Bankstown in a performance that entitled him to be labelled a champion. Working very hard to find the lead, he clawed his way back to win, breaking the track record by more than 2 seconds after being headed halfway down the straight. His time of 3:6.1, a mile rate of 1:57.9, took 2.1 seconds off the previous track record held by Franco Ice, and was more than 6 seconds faster than the times recorded by Golden Rain in 1994 and our Sir Vancelot in 1997.
And it's Christian Cullen, the leader. Into the straight in the Treuer Memorial from Franco, lots more. Quantum Lobel on the outside. Fifth on the rail is Melton Lucian from Sovereign Hill. Then late bid Franco, hat-trick. Our Sir Vancelot's out 3 wide. He's trying to get something to take him up, but he's still back third last from Holy Chip. And Gainsey Guy is last as they run out of the straight. Into the back now, the last time, 600 to go. And it's the champ from New Zealand, Christian Cullen. He seems to be travelling smoothly in the lead. Franco, lots more on his back. Quantum Lobel, the outside, pushed along now. Milton Lucian on the inside, and then Franco, hat-trick, and Sovereign Hill. Our Sir Vancelot still a long way from them, and then Franco, lots more, but Danny Campbell asks him to go, and Christian Cullen strode 3 in front. Franco, hat-trick's got to second. Franco, lots more on the fence under pressure. Our Sir Vancelot still plugging home, and then Milton Lucian. Christian Cullen 2 in front, coming to the turn. Franco, hat-trick's got out after him, and our Sir Vancelot running on. He's got to go for the whip on Christian Cullen. Franco, hat-trick's making a race of it. 2 lengths to our Sir Vancelot. Christian Cullen in front. Franco, hat-trick's coming at him. Could this be a boil over? Christian Cullen, Franco, hat-trick. The 2 Kiwis. Christian Cullen's lifting. He's a champ. He's won. He fought back to win, Christian Cullen. Oh, he looked as though he might go under, but he's come back to win. Christian Cullen ahead to Franco, hat-trick. 3 lengths away, third, our Sir Vancelot. Then Holy Chip and...
Christian Cullen made it 11 wins straight and 18 from 24 starts when he shrugged off a 10-metre handicap and 14 rivals to win the $200,000 Auckland Cup at Alexandra Park on the 29th of December. His winning time of 3:59.7 for 3,200 metres was the second fastest in the world and only 1/5 of a second outside Chokin's record, with his final 800 metres in 57.3 seconds. Christian Cullen made some of New Zealand's best pacers look second-rate, joining Golden Rain and our Sir Vancelot as the only horses to win 5 times at Grand Circuit level in a single season.
Just on 1,200 metres to go, the quarter of the last mile was 30.9, and it's Christian Cullen on top of Gates first, working up on the outside. 3 wide now is Holmes DG. They get the bell. Holmes DG is headed off Christian Cullen by a neck. In the cup, Sharp and Telford, a perfect run. Gates first to 1-1. Handful bounces out 3 deep there, followed down on the inside by Brabham. In the centre, surprise package. Then Franco in force. There's a Franco Bogan fella. Happy Asset followed Click Light as they go through the half and 59.6. Into the back they swing. Click Light, the outside, Sam Malone, Prince Sheldon, and Franco hat-trick. 10 or 11 covering the field, and the leader is the favourite, Christian Cullen. He's got back that lead now from Holmes DG, who's a half length away. Down on the inside then is Sharp and Telford in the 1-1. Is Cates first there, followed by Brabham back on the inside of Surprise Package as they work towards the 400 metres, and the pace is really on, and Christian Cullen, the champ, he's been hard held at this stage, and he's fair flying now. Christian Cullen to Holmes DG, and they're followed by Sharp and Telford. Round the bend, the champ comes Christian Cullen in the Lion Red Auckland Trotting Club, and he goes to home, and he's shot away 3. Cates first, followed Holmes DG, and behind them is Brabham finishing on. It's all over at the 100, I'd say. Brabham's coming quickly from Cates first. Christian Cullen kept going, this champ, and flashing home Boganfella. Christian Cullen in front, Boganfella gets second. Christian Cullen took the cup, Boganfella. Cates first is third, followed Brabham, Quick Light. On the outside, Happy Asset, there followed Franco in force.
Expected to add to his Grand Circuit record when he headed to Melbourne for the Knights of Glory Carnival in January, Christian Cullen was struck down by travel sickness and did not race at Moonee Valley. Recovering from that setback, Christian Cullen won twice at Cambridge in New Zealand in February before winning his opening heat of the Alexandra Park Inter-Dominion Series in March. He went amiss after that performance, however, and missed the rest of the series. Hopefully, Christian Cullen will fully recover from his ailments and be one of the major forces during Melbourne Interdom 2000. There were plenty of other top-class pacers and trotters on show during the 1998-99 Australian and New Zealand harness racing seasons. The Grand Circuit stars, the established free-for-allers, plus the rising 2- and 3-year-old stars on both sides of the Tasman Sea. The 1998-99 Australasian Grand Circuit started with the $100,000 Queensland Pacing Championship at Albion Park in Brisbane on the 24th of October 1998. The race attracted a top-class field, headed by reigning Grand Circuit champion our Sir Vancelot, which had not won at Grand Circuit level in the Sunshine State. That position did not alter, with victory going to the Justin Warwick trained and driven 3 half-whites. Spearing straight to the front from Barrier 4, the gelded son of Northern Lights was able to get away with some slow early sectional times before sprinting home his last half mile in 56.2 seconds to win by 7.5 metres.
Sprint home, and 3 half-whites for the moment, has all the aces up his sleeve. He leads at the 800 metres. The next quarter was paced in 31.5 in 62.7. He's a length in front. Northern Brewer second. Meldon Lucian snookered in behind the speed third. OK Tiber has crept up steadily. He's gone to 4th and 3 wide. Pocket Battleship strung up in traffic. Quantum Lobel over on the inside. Tailamade Lombo trailing up nicely on the back of OK Tiger. Then Adios Oztrax, young Mr. Charles, followed by Son of Pearl. Hancock said it's time to go on Elsa Vancelot, but he's a mile back. He's 5 wide. He's second last at the 400 metres, and Franco Hattrick faces a Herculean task. 300 metres left to go. They jazz down the back in 28.5. He's travelling this leader. 3 half-whites is going as well as anything. Northern Brewer is sticking on grimly. Then Milton Lucian, followed by Tailamade Lombo. The others can't win. 3 half-whites set sail from the run to the judge in front. Trying hard, Milton Lucian, and then came at the head of the others, Quantum Lobel with Elsa Vancelot, but 3 half-whites, Justin Warwick is too good. 3 half-whites beats Quantum Lobel, diving through Milton Lucian and Tailamade Lombo.
2 days after the Queensland Pacing Championship, the focus switched to Kilmore, Victoria's oldest settled inland town, for the 1998 Kilmore Pacing Cup. Over the marathon journey of 3,038 metres from a standing start, the race produced a blanket finish, with victory going to the New Zealand 7-year-old Motorbell. Trained by John Peary and well driven by Michael Langdon, Motorbell finished strongly to win narrowly in one of the tightest finishes since the event was instituted in 1964. Second quarter far quicker. It was 30.7. And the leader, Lightning Fella, down the back of the 600. A metre and a half clear. Colbruce going up to put the pressure on the local. In the centre, Camwood Kango, then Motorbell. The Warrior getting into the clear. Down the back, Colbruce put his neck in front of Lightning Fella. The Warrior gets out to run on. Motorbell held up. Renegade Mob was wide, and then Bag, Shine of Hollywood and King Lear right off the track. Colbruce hit the lead off the back in 28.2. Colbruce led 2 metres. The Warrior still coming. Camwood Kango battles on. Motorbell getting out. Colbruce led. The Warriors after it. Motorbell with a big run and then Bags. Colbruce the leader. The Warrior and Motorbell and then Bags. Colbruce, the Warrior, Motorbell. Motorbell and the Warrior. Motorbell hit the lead in the Kilmore Cup. Fighting back the Warrior, Colbruce, but Motorbell. Motorbell won the cup for Michael Langdon to beat Colbruce and the Warrior in a stirring duel up the straight. Bags are terrific. At the end of that week, the Grand Circuit spotlight switched back to Brisbane for the $100,000 Australian Pacing Championship over 2,600 metres at Albion Park. 11th behind 3 half whites a week earlier, when 20 metres behind the winner, our Vancelot broke his Queensland hoodoo with an effortless victory. Brian Hancock waved his whip in a victory salute as the son of Vance Hanover cruised home to an effortless 5.5 metre victory. His 9th win at Grand Circuit level, our Vancelot joined Pure Steel, Village Kid and Westburn Grant as the most successful horses in Australasian Grand Circuit history.
Here comes our Vancelot. He's up second as they head into the home straight, and this time they'll get the bell. Maltese Cavalier has been left 3 wide, trailed by Ultra Soaky. Northern Brewer's getting shuffled out of it. Quantum Low Bell's in an awful spot. He's 4th last over on the rail. Son of Pearl on the 3 wide line. 2nd last, Adios Oztrax, and Sovereign Hill has the entire field in front of him. First quarter of the last mile, 31 and 3. Tailamade Lombo. She's had a great run as she heads towards the 800 metres. Our Vancelot. There are no excuses tonight. He's up second outside the leader. Milton Lucian parked behind the pace 3rd. Maltese Cavalier goes to 4th, 3 wide. Franco Hattrick now cluttered up in traffic. Ultra Soaky with a 3 wide trail. 3 half whites wedged away behind a wall of runners. Then Son of Pearl, Northern Brewer. Quantum Low Bell, Adios Oztrax and Sovereign Hill was last. 30 seconds the next split. 61.3 the half. Tailor-made Lombo immediately gone. And Al Vancelot ran to the front. There's only 400 metres left to go. And Tailor-made Lombo broke. Checked Milton Lucian and Quantum Low Bell. Al Vancelot's in control. 29 seconds down the back straight. And Hancock seems to be driving confidently. Son of Pearl is running a big race for Queensland. So is Ultra Soaky. So is Maltese Cavalier. And then came at the head of the others Franco Hattrick. Here he goes up the straight. Al Vancelot. He's trying to get his crown back. Franco Hattrick is rallying. He's back. He's back, Al Vancelot. Good on you, Brian Hancock. He's got the crown back. Al Vancelot beat Franco Hattrick. Maybe Maltese Cavalier 3rd. I'm not sure about 4th. Sovereign Hill Ultra Soaky.
A week later, Brian Hancock and our Vancelot threw down the gauntlet to 3 half whites in the Legends Mile at Moonee Valley. 3 half whites charged through the first quarter in 27.3 seconds. But Hancock showed faith in his champion by moving up to his wheel to face the breeze. Joining 3 half whites on the home turn, Hancock merely waved the reins at our Vancelot and he strode away to win by nearly 3 metres, stopping the clock at 155.8. They have a circuit to run. 3 half whites by 4 metres. Our Millers Road second. Our Vancelot getting a bit closer now. 3rd, the outside from Country Duke. Then Colbruce around off the old. Motorbell second last, 1 wide, and Skipper Trust is on its back. Second quarter, 31.8. And 3 half whites and Justin Warwick head into the back, leading by 4 metres. 2 hours, Our Millers Road on the inside of our Vancelot. Colbruce tracking our Vancelot. Country Duke on the fence. Then Motorbell and off the old, and Skipper Trust is last. Along the back, 500 out, and 3 half whites is 3 metres in front. Our Vancelot getting a little bit closer. Our Millers Road 3rd, Colbruce is 4th, and then Country Duke, Motorbell off the old, and Skipper Trust. 3 half whites off the back in 28.5. Our Vancelot's issuing the challenge. 2 metres to Our Millers Road, and then Colbruce. 3 half whites being joined by Our Vancelot. 3 metres to Colbruce and Our Millers Road. Turning for home, and they're flying the guns. Our Vancelot hit the lead from 3 half whites. Colbruce
Bruce running on. Our Vancelot's finding something. Cole Bruce can't get him. And the champ's back in town. Our Vancelot, the best in the business, has won it. Our Vancelot beat Cole Bruce and our Millers Road. Then Country Duke and Allwood's Chief.
Honouring a promise to Newcastle officials, Brian Hancock and our Vancelot were on the road again a week later, this time to Newcastle for the Tui's Invitation Mile. Facing the breeze, our Vancelot scored narrowly in 157.3, well outside Quantum Lobel's Australasian record of 153.1, set in the same race a year earlier. It was Hancock's 5th successive win in the Newcastle Mile as a trainer, but ironically, his first as a driver, after missing the 3 winning drives on Sableyes between 1994 and 96, and then Quantum Lobel in 97.
Over on the inside, Maltese Cavalier and a half a length, and 3 deep is Pocket Battleship. Young Mr. Charles takes them down the back, and with 600 to go, led the way a half length to our Vancelot, getting a little bit closer. Gancia Guy out 3 deep, followed by Modern Lucienne, and then came Commander Monty. They were followed on the outside by Franco Lotsmore, Kiwi John, and they are really starting to stack up. That second quarter down the back in 31.9, and with 400 to go, it's Young Mr. Charles, joined on the outside by our Vancelot, and neck and 3 deep, Gancia Guy, followed by Modern Lucienne. Franco Lotsmore pulled to the outside, and then Kiwi John and Commander Monty around the turn for home. Our Vancelot went to the lead. Gancia Guy down the outside is issuing a strong challenge, and then Franco Lotsmore and Modern Lucienne. It's our Vancelot. He's digging deeply. He's a half in front. Modern Lucienne is flashing along the inside, but our Vancelot in front, and our Vancelot from Gancia Guy, close up Franco Lotsmore, and on the inside Modern Lucienne.
Less than a week later, the first Group 1 event of the season for trotters, the $100,000 Dominion Handicap, was run at Addington in Christchurch, New Zealand. The race attracted leading Australian trotters, Night Pistol and National Interest, but they were both unplaced behind Cedar, which ran the 3,200 metre trip in 4:08.1. Driven by Ricky May and trained by Warren Stapleton, Cedar led for the last 1,900 metres before winning by a head. National Interest finished 7th, with Night Pistol well back after breaking twice. It was Stapleton's second Group 1 win after preparing Highwood to win the 1988 Rowe Cup at Alexandra Park.
Round past the pavilion they go, and Cedar the leader. Pride of Atitas ranged up on the outside. McGrady trails. Sundon's Way was next. It's followed by Andrew Ware. Buster Hanover, which made a big mid-race move, is now 3 back on the outside, followed by National Interest, 3 wide, and behind them Africa and Special Force, Deirdre's Pride, and Sundowner Bay lost its good place, and Night Pistol is 20 metres away, 800 to go. Through the half and 60.6, Cedar takes them down the back straight, and Dominion Trotting Handicap, and he's out by about a length. Pride of Petitas right next to him. McGrady's in the trail, followed by Sundon's Way. National Interest is now coming forward, 3 wide. Andrew Ware's the inner, Buster Hanover the centre. Deirdre's Pride was next. It was followed by Africa. Then we've got Special Force, and over the outside of Special Force is Sundowner Bay, and 10 lengths away to Night Pistol. Round the corner they come, 300 left. Cedar in front. Pride of Petiti's making a race of it. McGrady just waiting for space, and over the outside Sundon's Way, and further out to National Interest. Buster Hanover can't get a crack at them. Further into Andrew Ware, but it's Cedar Here comes Sundon's Way with a sprint down the outside. Cedar trying to respond. Sundon's Way going to it. Cedar finds more. He's got courage. He wins. Cedar great performance. Congratulations, Warren Stapleton. Rick May, the driver. Africa burst through on the inside for 3rd. In a photo.
At Harold Park later that night, Tailamade Lombo blitzed her rivals in the Ladyship Mile. Driven by Chris Alford, Tailamade Lombo showed blistering early speed to lead from barrier 5, then cruised home to an 18-metre victory. She rated 156.3 for the 1,760-metre trip, with the last 800 metres in 57.5 seconds. To earn a start in the following week's Miracle Mile.
It's Tailamade Lombo coming to the winning post, making very good time, and leads by 3 metres to Yoronga Songbird. 3rd is Lock Miss. 4th Kira Bell. 30 seconds flat the second quarter. 60.1 the half. Mischievous next on the inside of Company Lass. Then came High View Anna, followed on the outside by Concord Lombo. And last is Frosty Motor, 600 before them. In the Ladyship Mile, and it's Tailamade Lombo. 3 metres Yoronga Songbird. Stephen Dove asking the mare for more to get on terms with the leader. But the leader's travelling. Alford holding Tailamade Lombo back to the field, and she rolled away from Yoronga Songbird at the 450. Hard held. Lock misses third. Then Kira Bell mischievous. They're dropping out. 29 seconds the third. Tailamade Lombo went for home. Here's C.A. Alford chasing a berth in the Miracle Mile next week. Out to run a flying last quarter, and look at her go, Tailamade Lombo. She's 20 metres in front in the twinkling of an eye from Lock Miss. Yoronga Songbird can't go on. Here's Concord Lombo down the outside with Highview Anna. But Tailamade Lombo, I don't know how much more you have to do to get a start in the Miracle Mile. I'll be very surprised if she doesn't. She won by 20 metres. Highview Anna second, and third